So welcome to another DIY on Stock Boys Garage. Today we're going to be doing an oil change on my 2010 Civic Si. It's going to be pretty much the same process for every car, so we're just going to use this car because it needs an oil change. So yeah, and then our
drinks of the day.
I know it's not a podcast, but we love our Arizona so much.
Watermelon.
We tried out another flavor.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I like this one. I really like
this one's nice. Alright, so
yeah.
Alright.
And
when we get to working.
Yeah. Also, this oil change is needed because tomorrow I have a track day with this car. So I'm gonna be at Qualcomm tomorrow, so I need to do an oil change. So yeah. So
alright, let's get started.
We'll get to work. Alright, so before we even get the car off the ground, I had to crack the nuts on my wheel because my oil filter is located kind of like behind there, and it's the only way to get it. So I'm having Justin just breaking the nuts. You're tightening it, but yeah. So we're just gonna break the nuts. Here, I can do it, brothers. Here.
I'm gonna do it.
Pretty much after he breaks these nuts, then we're gonna be able to get the car in the air and I can start draining oil. No, you don't take it. Just crack it.
Yeah, I cracked it.
Here, you see that key? So since I only have one key, I'm just gonna put away my key now.
I don't want to hit it, so you need to cut the car. Oh, that's too close to the fender. Oh, it's too close. There you go, brother. Alright, and then the last one. Alright, that's all.
Now that the wheels are all, or the lug nuts are all cracked, now we can start jacking up the car. We taught you guys how to do that in the last episodes. But since this is a front wheel drive car, and we're lifting the front end, we have to chalk, well, I'll actually always chalk your wheels, just so it doesn't roll. So that's what we're gonna do now. So pretty much the reason why we chalk the wheels is so that the car doesn't roll back. So if you wanna look at the chocks, they're behind the wheels.
Yeah. So basically, the chalk keeps the back wheels because when the front goes up, the axle rotates. So by chalking up the back, it stops the car from rolling backward, which is dangerous. So as you can see over here, they're gonna jack up the car. If you want to know how to jack up your car, watch the tire change tutorial. But right now, as you can see, we have our hydraulic fork jack.
I forgot to use the key. How do I use this?
Yep. Some jacks, like this one, have a key. That's also the pull, so you want to just make sure that you know whether or not you have a key on your jack.
I missed. Oh yeah, sometimes your car's like super low, you're gonna need wood chocks, or like wood underneath the tires.
Yeah.
But it's not that low, so we don't need that.
So it's basic, simple. For his car, we recommend checking your owner's manual or like looking around online. A lot of info can be online. So for Jacob's car, we have to visit this front right tire to access some of the stuff. But please make sure before you do your own oil change, check what oil you need. Yeah,
like for my car, it's 10W30. So just always research for your car.
Okay, so some of the things that you'll need is, your oil. This is a synth blend that Jacob got. We read over his manual, and this is what he requests, the manual requests. And so you always want to follow your owner's manual because that's, they created the car. That's what they recommend. Some other things that you'll need is a wrench, and for Jacob's drain plug, it needs a specific size, so just make sure you read your owner's manual. And you also need your filter wrench. This filter wrench is a universal wrench, so when you move it to the right, it opens up, and then when it gets on top of the filter, when you turn it left to take it off, it tightens, so that way it's easier for you to take off the filter. Make sure you check your manual because some cars have specific wrenches that they want you to use, so make sure you purchase that. And other than that, we have his new filter that's going to go on the car. This is an ultra synthetic filter, and that's all the tools you'll need other than the jacks and the jack stand. So make sure you read your manual.
Alright, so the next couple things that you're going to need as well is going to be the funnel for when you put in oil, and then you're going to also need an oil pan. So when you get under the car and you unscrew the oil, you want to make sure you drain it in here so that way it fills up, and you don't want it on the floor, obviously, because then you're going to have to clean it up. So yeah, make sure you get an oil pan filter for when you pour it in. Alright.
Alright, so pretty much, you don't necessarily have to take off the cap, the oil fill cap. I just do it so that it drains easier. So I guess that's the first thing I'll do. Oh my god. It is so hot. It hurts. Oh my, she just doesn't want it.
Oh yeah, make sure you let your engine cool down.
Oh yeah, that too. Cause this oil, we just drove it and it's gonna be super hot as soon as we touch it.
So make sure
You wait a couple minutes before you start draining your oil, so that way it cools down, and that way it doesn't burn yourself when you do it.
There we go. Oh yeah. Just nasty. Okay, this is hot. It's gonna burn. So I guess now the next step is for me to climb underneath the car and drain this oil. Alright, so now that we're under the car, so on your oil pan, which is gonna be this one right here, there's gonna be a oil drain plug, and right here it says engine oil, so that's how you know where it's gonna drain from. So pretty much the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and break this loose, so that, oh my god, oh my, it's gonna suck. Oh my, just go away, brother. It's just like she don't want it right now. Like, oh yeah, also you have to remember when metal's hot it expands, which could also mean why this is stuck on there. Just a thought. Oh my god, it's so hot under here, like it burns. Oh, I got it. Alright, so like I can already see like oil starting to leak out, so this is gonna like land on my face. So alright, are you guys? I'm just gonna hand do it. Oh my god, it's gonna burn so much. Okay, please don't burn. Please don't burn. Please don't burn. Please. So I'm just gonna try and keep some pressure at it so that I know like kind of when it's about to leak out. But for all I know, it might just come rushing out and spill everywhere. So yeah, see, look, you see there's already oil leaking out, which means it's gonna be close. Let's move this back a little bit. Oh my. It's on my face. It is on my face and I almost missed. Ow. Oh. Ah.
So as you can see over here, Jacob wiped his face and he got the oil off of the cap because, you know, it's gonna happen to everyone, no matter.
It will hit you.
Yeah, it'll hit you. The oil comes out real quick.
Maybe not
Be
this
careful.
time, but it will get you next time.
Yeah. Don't worry if the oil comes out really quick. That's why you have a catch, because it will shoot out
Yeah, it will.
with you know, gravity and all that other
Everything.
stuff. It'll come out out of the car really quick. That's why you have a catch. And it's alright if you get dirty. You know, you're doing your own maintenance, and that's what you have to be happy about. Make sure you're wearing stuff that you don't care getting dirty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So pretty much we're just gonna let it drain for probably like 10 minutes, and then we'll go to taking off the filter, and then we'll show you how to lubricate your filter to be put back in. All right, so now that we've let the oil drain for about 10 minutes, now I'm just gonna reinstall my drain plug so that we can take off the filter.
We got 17.
Yes, sir. Just gonna go about hand tight, and then where's my socket? Oh, it's right. Okay, so now just gonna tighten her up. Almost put your socket. Almost put your wrench into the oil. Almost. Don't worry. Nope.
The other way?
Yes. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna try and yeet. Oh, one more. All right. That should be good. And then I'm just gonna wipe it up, make sure it's not leaking. Well, I mean, I'll check back on this one after we take off the oil filter. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take off the oil filter now. Alright, so right here is my oil filter. So that's why we took off this tire. And then this tool right here is gonna help us get it off. It's just an adjustable oil filter wrench. Okay, let me see if I can get this up in here. Oh my god. Come on, please. Yes. Am I on? No, I'm not. Okay, so now that we're able to break the oil filter loose, now I'm just gonna unscrew it. And I don't know why Honda put it here, because it's gonna, when it comes off, it's gonna spill all over my everything. So, oh, there it is. There it is. Oh,
Yeah, I got it. It's catching.
Is that a Civic? It's a Civic.
Yeah.
I know it.
Probably the same guy.
Oh my god, why is there so much in here? Okay, so before you put in your new oil filter, what you have to do is, you see this little O-ring right here? You have to make sure that it's really well lubricated so that it gets a tight seal on it. So I could use the oil from the old filter, but I'd rather use this new oil because it's cleaner, you know? Okay, I don't know why it's not doing it. But, oh yeah, all over my finger. But oh yeah, see, got a little bit of oil. Just gotta make sure that this ring right here is really well lubricated. So I'm just gonna dip it really quick. And then you see how there's like a lot of oil on it? That will guarantee that there'll be a really tight seal on it. So yeah, that should be enough oil. Now I'm just gonna finagle it in there and then, yeah, just make sure that I get it in. Okay, whatever that is. Right. And I can start moving all this stuff from underneath the car, and then we're almost ready to put her back on the ground. So we're at the pretty much the end of the oil change. So we drained the oil. Then after it's done draining, we took off the oil filter, put the new one on, and then now the last step is just to add oil again. So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully we don't spill. Because yeah, I don't.
Just like we said a lot before, make sure you know what oil that your car requires. And as you can see, look how clean that oil looks compared to the dark black that came out of that's in the pan right now. Make sure when you're pouring your oil into your, what is that, the funnel, make sure that you go a little slow. You don't want to rush it because it may overfill. And make sure you have a funnel. Don't try to be that guy that can, or that girl that can just pour it into the hole without a funnel. We always recommend using a funnel. And make sure that if you're gonna do this yourself, make sure that you're safe and that you have the tools that you need. It's good to do your own oil change because you know you get closer with your car and you sort of understand how it works.
So we've added probably like 2.5 quarts, but I gotta add about 2 more.
And how do you know that you need 4 quarts?
It actually says in my manual that it takes 4.6 quarts.
And that's why you read your manual before you do any sort of modifications. Or you can always check online. A lot of people do post that stuff around or on message boards, but just make sure you do your research first. Especially how we do our modifications, we always research, then we get the tools and then we do it. You don't just want to wing it. It's always good to be prepared. And as you can see, Jacob's slowly pouring the oil in.
Yeah, because we don't want to overfill your motor. And that'd be no bueno. So you just periodically check. So I got probably 1 more quart to go.
Yeah, a lot of these oil cans, there's like a clear line on the handle. And there's markings that show you that...
Oh yeah, here, if you want to show them.
Yeah, there's markings that tell you how many quarts you've used, so that way you can see how much you need to put in.
Yeah, so just a little bit more.
This is also why you drain all of it, so that way it gets fresh new oil into the engine. So
Hopefully that's enough.
yeah.
A little bit more, brothers, and we're done. Okay. And then now I think I'll just measure how much is in the motor, just to make sure that it's, you know, full.
And so if you can show how do you check to see if it's full.
So there's like 2 sides on here. There's 1 and 2. So like as you can see, I'm like right in the middle between the 2. So it may be because the oil hasn't gone all the way down, because I don't want to overfill it, you know. So I think I'm just gonna see how much oil settles at the bottom. So maybe like 5 minutes, and then we'll see where it still sits. If it's still there, then I'll put a little bit more in it. So I guess we'll check back when I do that. All right, well, so that's how you change your oil on the 2010 Civic. It'll be the same for almost every car, so.
Yep. Just make sure you read your manual, make sure you get the right kind of oil. Make sure you get all the different tools you need.
Make sure
Do
there's
your
no leak.
research.
Make sure you change your oil filter every time too.
Yeah.
Bring lots of rags.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for the DIY video.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Civic, so.
All right.
So, we're not professionals, but we try to be.
Hey.